Today's lesson is Workplace and Apprenticeship 30.10 Percentile Ranking. A percentile is a unit in the range of values divided into 100 equal parts, beginning at 0 and ending at 100. Percentiles may be expressed by the numerals 1 to 99, but they are often expressed in tens, the 10th to 90. For example, if you line up 100 people from shortest to tallest, you are the 91st person in the line. That means 9 people are taller and 90 people are shorter. You are in the 90th percentile for your height. Percentiles are used to organize sets of data such as test scores so that you can see how one score compares to others in the set. A percentile rank tells you the percentages of values in a set of data that are lower than a given value. Perhaps you got a score of 8 out of 10 in a classroom quiz. Is that a good result? How would you know? Consider the quiz scores marked on the line plot below. The quiz was out of 10, and X's represent the number of students who earned each score. One student earned 10 out of 10 on the quiz. What percentile rank has this student obtained? Look at the number of students who scored below 10 out of 10. 9 students scored a lower number. Thus, 90% of students scored less, and the student earned 10 out of 10 is in the 90th percentile. What is the percentile rank for a student who earned 8 out of 10? Count the number of students less than 8 out of 10. So that would include this group here. You don't, even though there's 2 people in the 8 out of 10, you don't count those ones. It's the number of people that scored less. So there's 7 of them. So you take 7 out of 10, divide by 100. Will give you the percentile ranking. The 2 students who scored 8 out of 10 are in the 70th percentile of the students. 70% of the students scored below them. Note the percentile rank is not written with a percent sign. So the percentile rank formula, which you are going to use in this section, looks like this. B stands for the number of values below the one that you're being considered. N stands for the total number of values in the data set. Notice the percentile rank is not the percent score earned by students. The percentile rank tells you the percentages of students who scored less. That's the important part, how many people were less, not the percentage score earned on the quiz. What percentile would the top scorer have if his or her score was 9.5 out of 10 rather than 10 out of 10? Well, in this case, it still would be 90th percentile because there was 9 people out of 10 that were lower than the person that scored 9.5. All right, so we have the Great Canadian Insurance Company is evaluating the amount of coverage they offer for various services. They have collected the following data about the cost of physiotherapy sessions at various clinics. Calculate the percentile for $85. So what we would do is order these from least to most, and I'm just going to pause the video for a second and write these down. So I want you to take and order them from least value to most value. Okay, so we're getting from least to most in the charges of a physiotherapist. I want to know what $85 would be in the percentile rank. So I find 85, and I count the number of charges or fees that are below 85. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I take my formula, and I'm going to write it up above here. PR equals B over N times 100. Percentile rank equals 9 out of 15 times 100. The percentile rank is 60. So the rate of $65 is in the 60th percentile. One way insurance companies decide how much to compensate their clients for health care procedures is to use the 80th percentile of costs for the procedure within the geographic area. So they look at the charges of physiotherapy clinics around the Vancouver area, and they use the one that is the 80th percentile, and that's the amount that they will pay for those fees in that area. If you choose to go to one more expensive, then you have to pay the difference. So I want to look for the 80th percentile. So percentile rank equals the number below divided by the total number times 100. So in this case, 80th percentile is going to go where the percentile rank is. We know that we have 15 people or 15 clinics. We don't know which number is in the 80th percentile times 100. Okay, so to solve for B, we need to move the times 100 to the other side. How do we do that? Well, we divide both sides by 100. 0.8 equals divided by 15. Now in this case, I want to get the 15 away from the B, so B is being divided by 15, so the opposite is multiplying by 15. And I have 12 equals B. What does that tell me? It says that there are 12 rates that are less expensive than the rate in the 20th percentile, or the 80th percentile. The rate in the 80th percentile will then be the 13th value. Okay, so 12 numbers are below, 12 rates are below the 80th percentile. Okay, so let's look at which one is in the 15th position. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 13th number is $140. So the insurance company will pay up to $140 for a physio appointment or treatment. Example 2, the salaries per month rounded to the nearest $25 for the part-time workers in a department store are shown in the table below. If Alika earns $950, what is her percentile rank? Well, she is in this category, so we want to know how many people are below her. So percentile rank equals the number below divided by the total number times 100. Percentile rank equals 29. So if you add up the 6, 9, 4, 7, and 3, you will get 29. There's 52 people total. Okay, we just added them all up. The whole group, there was 52 employees times 100. The percentile rank is 56th. So her salary, Alika's salary, is in the 56th percentile. Hey, Tom and Sarjeet have just completed the mortgage brokers course. There were 175 people in the class. If 90 of the students scored lower than Tom in the course, what was his percentile rank? Well, percentile rank, remember, tells us how many people were below, or ranks you with the people below. So percentile rank equals 90 divided by 175 people in the course times 100. His percentile rank is 51st. Okay, that would be Tom. If 50 of the students scored higher than Sarjeet and 3 people got the same score as him, what was his percentile rank? Now this gets to be a little more challenging because we need to know how many people were lower. So I have 175 people total, minus 50 people that were higher, minus 3 people that were the same, but also minus 1 for Sarjeet, because we want to know how many people were less than him. That leaves 121 people that were less. So now we can figure out his percentile rank. Percentile rank is going to be the 121 divided by 175 times 100. So B stands for the number below. Sometimes we have to actually figure out how many people are below. Remember that you have to count the person that is in the data set that you're trying to find how many are below him. Percentile rank is 69th. And this is Sarjeet. What can you say about Tom and Sarjeet's score compared to each other? Well, we know that Sarjeet did better than Tom, but it's impossible to tell what their scores actually were. They may only be a couple of percentages apart because there could be a number of people that scored the same and were just in between Tom's score and Sarjeet's score. So you will not know what the scores are compared to each other, except that Sarjeet was higher. All right, we're going to do Build Your Skills, page 133 to 136, and then we'll move on to lesson 2 of percentile rank.